What if I told you the reason you think you're not creative is actually the biggest lie you've been believing your whole life? Because creativity is not talent. It's not a gift. And it's definitely not something you're born with. It's a system. And once you understand this, you can generate ideas on command. Let me prove it to you. Think about Steve Jobs for a second. People call him a genius, a visionary. But did he invent the phone? No. Did he invent the internet? No. Did he invent the touchscreen? Still no. He simply combined them into something new. Now think about William Shakespeare, one of the greatest writers in history, yet most of his stories were borrowed from older tales. He didn't create from nothing. He recombined what already existed. Even Albert Einstein didn't magically invent physics. He built on ideas that were already there and connected them in a way no one else did. So here's the truth no one tells you. Every creative idea you've ever seen is just old ideas rearranged in a new way. And that means you can do it too. No talent required, just a method. And that method is called idea stacking. Here's how it works. First, you need input, but not just random scrolling, not mindless consumption. You need to absorb intentionally. Read things outside your field. Watch different types of content. Listen to conversations, podcasts, stories. Fill your brain with raw material. Because here's the reality. You can't connect dots if you don't have dots in the first place. But there's a mistake most people make here. They just keep consuming and consuming and consuming and never create anything. That's useless because creativity is not just input, it's input plus output. So even if your ideas feel basic, start creating anyway. Now step 2. Capture everything. Every interesting idea, every random thought, every weird observation. Write it down. It doesn't matter if it makes sense. A marketing idea, a science fact, something you noticed about people. Log it all. Because ideas are like puzzle pieces, and you never know which ones will fit together later. And now comes the magic. Step 3. Mix them. Ask yourself, what happens if I combine this with that? What if I apply this idea to a completely different field? This is where creativity is born. Let me give you an example. James Dyson looked at vacuum cleaners and saw a problem. Then he looked at industrial cyclones, something completely unrelated. And he asked, what if I combine these two? That one question created the first bagless vacuum cleaner. That's it. No genius moment. No lightning strike. Just connection. And once you see this pattern, you can't unsee it. Creativity is not about being original. It's about recombination. Now here's the best part. You don't have to wait for inspiration anymore. You can literally generate ideas whenever you want. Let's try it right now. Say you want to start a podcast. Okay, where are podcasts usually recorded? In a room, a studio, a desk setup. Now think about something completely different. Where are vlogs usually shot? Outside, in nature, in interesting locations. Now combine them. What do you get? A podcast recorded in a forest, or in abandoned ruins, or while walking through a city. Suddenly, it feels new, different, interesting. That's creativity, not talent, just stacking and connecting. And yes, maybe someone out there has already done it, but that's not the point. The point is, you created it, and you can do it again, and again, and again, because once you have the system, you're no longer dependent on luck. You don't sit around waiting for ideas. You build them. So stop telling yourself you're not creative. Because the truth is, you were never lacking creativity. You were just missing the process. And now you have it. So start stacking, start connecting, and watch what happens.